His pro debut at Caldwell Fight Night 3 against Brandon Hughes. We got Esteban Jimenez. Esteban, thanks for joining me, brother.
Thanks for having me.
You got it. So we're right here in your backyard, right, of tomorrow's Champions Boxing Club. Talk to me about how things are going. Almost 4 weeks out, roughly, right before we get to lace them up and you get to go toe-to-toe in your backyard. How are things coming for you so far?
I think things are going good. You know, I feel like I'm getting to a spot where like I'm a little extra locked in, getting a little more agitated about things, you know. We do got a lot of kids that come in, so kind of just in that, you know, fierce mode, if you want to call it that, but just getting like more and more excited, you know, finally being like, I'm going to be able to finally put my hands on someone, you know, like 100%, you know, not no sparring practice, you know, I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
I could tell. I was watching you in the ring hitting the pads, and I could see, and I'm like, oh, he's locked in right now. He's hitting the pads like he's hitting somebody hard.
Yeah.
Right?
Love it.
So you're dialing it in.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Talk to me about like any adjustments that you find yourself making right now as you're kind of fine-tuning, if you would, in these last couple weeks.
Yeah, I would say like, I mean, just like that pro aspect of it, you know, no headgear and whatnot. So for me, it's been more of like a mindset thing. Have a lot of amateur fights, but this is definitely different than the amateurs. So it's more like, you know she's a grown man, I'm a grown man. We're going in there, you know, we want to hurt each other. It's mainly just like a mindset thing, you know, being more locked in than I've ever been, you know, wanting to be in the best shape that I've ever been in. So it's kind of just been like, you know, just like even outside the gym, you know, at home, eating, running. You know, I'm just kind of in that like that hurt mode, if you want to call it that or whatever. But
yeah, you're obsessed about what you're doing right now.
Yeah, I'm literally obsessed with it. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm excited.
That's awesome. You know, I think to be great at anything, there is somewhat of a little bit of crazed obsession about it to get dialed in and locked in. So I think you're right where you're supposed to be. That's awesome. You know, the fact that you're going to be going pro, first pro fight here in front of your hometown. Any jitters, any like nerves about it, or what has you most excited about being able to fight in your backyard?
So I would be lying if I said I wasn't nervous.
Sure.
You know, I feel like in the amateurs when I'd fight, always got nervous. You know, at this time, am I nervous? Yes, but I'm like not worried about my abilities. You know, I feel like I've trained with pros the last year or two. So, I mean, a lot of my friends growing up like never got to see me fight. So I'm like really excited to show friends and family that haven't seen me fight what I've been training and what I've been doing, because most of my time's here. You know, and if I'm not here, I'm working. If I'm not working, I'm running. If I'm not running, I'm sleeping. So I'm excited to just show like the people that haven't seen me fight. Like, I'm just ready to show them what I've been doing like the last year or so, and that's just in the gym working.
Yeah,
you know?
that's awesome.
So I'm excited. I'm real excited.
Your opponent, Brandon Hughes, he's got a couple fights under his belt, pro bouts, right? I don't know if you know anything about him or not, but if you do, share with me what you know about him, and if not, how do you plan on kind of filling in for that experience gap, you know, if he's got a couple on you here?
Yeah, I looked him up, you know, seen like a fight or two. He has 2 fights, 1-0-1. I don't know, what can I say? Like, not really worried about it, and like not in a disrespectful way.
Sure.
But I feel like, I mean, what I do on my time is gonna show like in the ring, you know, and I mean, I know no doubt that he's working too. He's running, he's grinding, and that just like pushes me even harder, you know. Like my brother, he's here helping me train, and he does a real good job of, you know, throwing some like mental stuff, like, you know, he's working, you know, like what are you doing, you know. So I mean, yeah, I know.
Some Rocky Apollo Creed type stuff there,
I know, I love it, and you know, sometimes he agitates me a little bit, but I mean, it definitely fuels me at practice, you know, gets me a little mad, makes me go a little harder. So, I mean, I know he's working, and that just like pushes me to grind even more. So, yeah, I've seen a little bit, trying not to get too far into that and just like kind of work on myself, you know, be the best shape possible, best condition possible. So, yeah, just as long as he's working, I'm working.
Yeah. So. You know, one of your, or several of your stablemates, I would say, they share something in common with you besides the grit and hard work mentality. They also have a lineage, if you would, of boxers in their family as well. You mentioned your brother. What is it about, you know, your lineage that has really impacted you when it comes to the sport of boxing as well? Because you got your brother, right?
Yeah.
Others in your family?
Yeah, so, I mean, boxing's been in our blood since as long as I could remember as a kid. I remember like one of my first times watching boxing was watching my older cousin Robert fight. And I remember I couldn't even really talk. You know, I was kind of just like, you know, I'd watch and then I'd go run around as a little kid. But, you know, my brother, two of my brothers, sister, cousins, uncles, you know, they've all done it. So, I mean, it's kind of been it's like passed down. And, you know, I've just like gotten a love for it, you know, watching it, like watching family, watching on TV, just like everything about boxing is just like soothing for me. Like this is also a place that I can proudly say is like my comfort place. You know, I can come here and not think about nothing, you know, just grind. And like, I feel like working on yourself is always very good for like mental and like body, obviously. So, I mean, you know, being around it all my life has definitely made me want to do it more and pursue it more. And like, same with like my teammates. I got Ruben, Angel, Santana. I've known Santana since about 2nd grade.
Oh, wow.
And, you know.
So you guys came up together then?
Yeah. We kind of trained together when we were really young, and then we kind of went our separate ways, and we actually fought in the amateurs, and he beat me. So, I mean, we go way back. So, I mean, it's just always been there, and like, no doubt it's been something that like, if I'm ever in trouble with anything, I can fall back on, and it's just like a stress reliever. So, yeah, boxing will always be deep down in the blood.
Yeah. What about it has shaped you as a person outside of the ring as well? Because obviously, it's impacted you there as well, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah. I mean, definitely had like a lot of family issues growing up, and you know, I definitely could have gone the opposite way that I am right now, but you know, instead of doing that, I like kind of relied on this. You know, like I said, it's like my safe place. You know, very good therapy for me. So, I mean, apart from like the boxing aspect, running, you know, I hate running. I hate running with a passion.
So do I.
But running, just like another little stress reliever. So, I don't know, kind of choked up a little bit.
No, you're good.
It's definitely just something that like I love, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like even in like years from now, even when I'm not boxing, it's gonna be a part of me. I'm gonna want my kids to do it and whatnot, because it's just, you know, it saved me from going through like that, the bad stuff, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah. For this upcoming bout, you know, technically you're a welterweight, I believe, but this is gonna be at a catch weight that you're gonna be fighting as well. Yeah. Do you foresee that posing any kind of a challenge or hurdle for you as you go into this, or it's just one of them things you have to deal with?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Just the beginning, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So you're going into this fight at a catch weight, right?
Yeah.
How is that impacting you, if it is at all, you know, going into this bout?
Okay, I see what you mean. I wanted my first fight to be comfortable, you know. I definitely, like, I think when I first got into like the mindset of wanting to compete, I was a little heavier, and you know, like, you know, I was definitely drinking a lot, you know, not really focused on boxing. But when I finally locked in, it's a little heavy. So from before I announced that I was going to fight, I had to lose some weight, you know, to be in shape, to train and whatnot. And I think, like, I just wanted to be comfortable. Didn't want to cut too much weight and feel drained and whatnot. But I know after this fight, I want to go down to like 147 or 145. But just for this first fight, I wanted to be comfortable. Didn't want to have any problems, you know, didn't want to feel pressured. And I know it's going to be easy for me to get there, but I just wanted to make sure I could get like there first. So just like, I was a little worried, but like it's been going pretty good. Just dieting and running, training.
Nice. You know, earlier you mentioned that some of the things you're most excited about personally, being able to fight here in your backyard. What are you most excited about for others to witness when they come and check you out or catch this thing via live stream and be able to watch you fight?
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, like some of my best friends that have been best friends since, you know, elementary and middle school have like never seen me fight. And I fought from when I was 8 to 14. I've had a ton of fights, and none of my really close friends have seen me fight. So I'm excited to show them that, you know, I've had, you know, my group of friends, you know, in high school, you know, we'll put on boxing gloves and, you know, fight every now and then, but like they've never actually seen me compete. So I'm excited for that. I've also had family members that haven't seen me fight, and family members in California from my dad's side that haven't seen me fight. So I'm excited to just show them that, like, for them to just see how I've progressed in life as a person and like as a boxer. So
yeah,
I'm excited.
That's awesome.
I kind of want to say like I'm not too worried about that, but I am, you know, a little nervous. But
yeah,
I mean, I'm just ready to go out there and show what I've been doing like the last 2 years.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. You'll put it on.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. The other question that I wanted to ask you was related more towards, I'll lighten it up for you a little bit here, take the focus off of you necessarily.
Perfect.
Currently, boxers that are fighting, like who are you paying attention to? Who do you like to watch and why?
I think one of the guys, I mean, I feel like most people will say Lomachenko.
Sure.
He's a great fighter.
The Matrix.
Like, he's just a technician, you know, everything about him, footwork, punching, head movement. He's a solid fighter. Abdullah Mason, I think he's a solid fighter. I actually saw him fight in person in April, and it was just an unreal experience, like watching him fight in person rather than TV.
Yeah.
I like Tank Davis. Who doesn't like Tank Davis? He's a solid fighter. There's actually a local fighter that I know that you might know of, Anthony Castro. He just fought in Utah MMA. I fought him in the amateurs multiple times, and he also beat me multiple times. So, I mean, he's a solid fighter that like I've been keeping up with, and yeah, I just, you know, I kind of like to just watch a little bit of everything. You know, heavyweights, the smaller guys. Oh, Bam Rodriguez. Oh man, he's a solid fighter. He's another one that kind of reminds me of Lomachenko, that just has like a little bit of everything. Yeah. You know, solid footwork, head movement, you know, angles that not a lot of people have. Yeah. So, love all that. It's something that like I kind of would put on to fall asleep to. You know, just watch some boxing.
Nice. So you even dream boxing?
Try to.
That's what's up. Well, thanks for joining me today, Esteban.
Perfect.
Champ, we look forward to catching you over here September 27th.
Perfect. Thank you for having me.
You got it,
Thank you.